Opinion: Browns shouldn't accommodate Duke Johnson's trade demands. Cleveland should cut disgruntled B. Unceremoniously, even you maybe, with a 10-word press release transmitted to the backup running back and his agent via ESPN's ticker. Seriously, the nerve of this guy. The buzzy Browns are suddenly all the rage in the NFL, loaded with talent, and for the first time in the 3 decades since John Elway, with an assist from Ernest Biner, buried Cleveland's long unfulfilled Super Bowl hopes. Dorsey hasn't been on the job for 2 full years, yet has transformed a roster once saddled with predecessor Sashi Brown's dubious analytics-based selections into one that arguably boasts the most enviable core of young players in the league, headlined by Dorsey's shrewd selections of in-corner Denzel Ward atop the 2018 draft, followed by from the Giants this spring. Yet Johnson seems like a callback to the franchise's rampant pre-Dorsey futility, a guy possessing a me-first attitude but evidently no self-awareness, made worse since his ratio of on-field impact to compensation is also out of kilter. In fairness, he is a capable third down back, averaging nearly 60 catches per year, and, for that, Dorsey rewarded Johnson with a 3-year extension last season that averages $5.2 million off, more lucrative than all but 10 backs in the league, a list that includes Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, and other far more accomplished performers than Johnson. Yet this guy has the gall to be upset, skipping voluntary workouts all spring before reporting to this week's mandatory minicamp, and doubling down on trade demands, apparently upset with Dorsey's due diligence whilst assessing Johnson's trade value after the addition of Kareem Hunt to back up Nick Chubb, the club's leading rusher in his stellar rookie campaign. Mike Jones, Jared Bell. I want to be somewhere I am wanted. If so, basically, Johnson, a third-round pick who never helped the University of Miami, Florida, even win a bowl game. For your own sake, Duke, zip it, because it sure sounds like you've got a loser's mentality. If Dorsey had for the record, I tried to talk to Johnson, thinking he might want to shed more light on his perspective or convince me he's merely a competitive guy who wants to play. I didn't hear back. By my estimation, he is roughly the Browns' 14th most valuable player on offense. Yes, Johnson should be thankful for whatever shot he has to fuel a long-awaited turnaround. Can you imagine what Joe Thomas would give to play for this kind of squad after gracefully toiling in Cleveland for so long? Considering history could otherwise judge him as a linchpin of the worst teams in NFL annals. But don't take it from me. Rookie head coach Freddie Kitchens is clearly over the drama, telling NFL Network. Meanwhile, Mayfield, who led the club to its best record 7-8-1 since 2007 during a record-breaking debut, is already laying down the law in an apparent bid to break with the franchise's long-entrenched impotence. Or you can take a now-deserved pink slip and rack up all the yards you want in the XFL. Your move, Duke, unless Dorsey makes the right one first. Follow Nate Davis on Twitter. This article originally appeared on USA Today.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.